Buddy, we have got a special treat for you today. As you know, we've teamed up with our friends from Sentient Science to bring you what's called the Win Challenge. Now, this is a battle for life extension, and you might think to yourself, what exactly is that? And what are these guys promoting? And why are they giving away such big prizes? Well, the prizes are big because the stakes are large too. What we're doing is we're trying to extend the life of digital wind turbines, a fleet of 60 turbines for the longest amount of time for the least amount of money to increase their value. What we're going to do is introduce you to a developer of this game, and he's going to walk us through what he did to create this. And then we're going to play it. I'm going to show you how to register, and we're actually going to get in there and play this challenge, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So here he is. Without further ado, bringing him to the show here. This is Adam Rashid. Adam, welcome, man.
Hey Neil, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Thanks for joining me today and helping us to show these guys how to play this challenge, because we really want as many players as we can, and we want to see who's the smartest wind tech out there and can extend the life of these things. Adam, why don't you tell us just a little bit about who you are, what you do at Sentient, and what you've created here?
Sure. So I head the product division here at Sentient Science, and we build out a platform to help wind turbine operators improve the efficiency and operations of their wind turbines. And we thought it would be really, really nice to put a challenge out there to the community and get some players involved to actually play a game to see what it would be like to try to extend the life of these assets and at the lowest cost, and see who would come up with the best answer.
That's an awesome idea, man. And I'm glad to be a part of it. And I'm glad to be giving away some really cool prizes, man. We're giving away a brand new pit bike. We're giving away 3 Mavic Pro drones. That's the drone that I use to fly around wind farms and take cool videos. And we're giving away some cool JBL Charge 3 speakers. So let's get into it. And let's show these guys how it's played. So we're going to show you here. If you haven't gone already, this is thewindchallenge.com. All of the videos we've ever put out have the registration where you can come in and register. You can see we put some work into it. And look at this. We've even got our own character here. This is the tower climbing grease monkey right here. This little guy. It's got the TCGM logo on the hard hat. That's looking cool, man. You can see it's partnered up. We're partnered up with us, Wind Europe, and a company called Recharge. And that's pretty cool. So when you first get to the screen, you're going to want to create an account. All right, so I've already done this. You can see some of my information in here. You're going to put in your email, your password. If you've already pre-registered, this has already been done before, and so you might just be able to log right in. What happens is once you hit this create an account, what you do is you'll get an email, okay? So now that email is going to be sent to probably your junk folder, all right? So when you get that, you got to take it out of your junk and then click the link, and then it'll bring you to a page where you can actually log back in. And so once you get there, we just log in, and usually takes a few seconds. There's quite a bit of data in here. And this is where it's going to open up to. Now, this is what's considered the dashboard over here. And so there's only three buttons here on the top left, and you can expand and contract these little things here. But this is the dashboard, the asset life, and the life X. Now, when we're showing you this, keep in mind what we're looking at is a digital wind farm, okay? Now, this dashboard is going to show you your ranking in the system, how many people are playing at this given time, how many people have registered and got down, and then this is your rundown. So I currently have a total opportunity of $432,000 or $32,081. Now, Adam, tell us what that number means.
Well, what that means is if you take a look at this digital wind farm, there's lots of things that you can do to maintain the wind farm and try and extend the life of the different turbines. And what that dollar amount is showing you is the potential opportunity of savings and improved outcomes that you can actually have that are on the table if you actually select different actions. Now, it's up to you to go figure out where those are.
Cool. I like that. So We flirted with like saying that this was an actual game, but it kind of is. But we're like, you know what? It's more of a challenge. Like, so we're going to call it that, and that's exactly what this is. We're challenging you. So right now, you can see the leaderboard. You can. Today is the 12th, and this thing's only been live for 2 days, and you can see who's currently leading. Notice that the people that are leading have played all 60 assets. Assets meaning the turbines, and we'll show you exactly how this is all put together in just a second. Just go through this dashboard here. You can see that we have some high risk assets, meaning high risk wind turbines, and these are the titles of the turbines. Just like at your site, this is a GE01, so position 1 in the farm. GE11, that's GE number 11 out there, and then this is a Siemens Gamesa number 1. And this is a Vestas number 1. And so these are some of the critical turbines right now that are high at risk and could really use some action. You can see down here that this is a modeled component summary. You'll see quite a few different gearbox makeups here, and a lot of these will actually look very familiar to you, right? And then we have main shafts as well. So what these guys have done is taken all of the different components within a wind turbine and put them in here digitally. I'm going to go here next to this asset life section here. Now this is where you can see the life of your turbines, and you can sort these out, right? Adam, this is where you can sort them out based on the life state, like which one's critical and which one's not, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So life state right now, if I sort it out there, these ones with the red, I'm guessing the ones that pop up to the top are the ones that are more likely to be failing, right?
Yep, exactly correct.
Okay. So that's what this whole section is. You can kind of, dive in here. You can sort things out by asset name. You can see here that there's a list of all these different assets or wind turbines here. They're on multiple pages, but you can also look at it from a different view. You can look at it from like a cluster view like this, or even a view like this on a map. Now, these turbines are all fictitious. They are real types of turbines, but they're all based in, where was it, Greenland? I think that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go back to the map for a second and zoom out, and you can show them exactly where it is.
Okay, so
yeah, keep on going.
All right, so we're zooming out here, and this is where our wind farm is. Obviously, we don't have turbines in Greenland, but you can see that that's where we've decided to create our fictitious wind farm here for you guys to play with. Now, this is kind of like the spot where you can go do a health check on your site, and it'll show you the most critical assets in your fleet. That's really what Sentient Science does. There was a really cool quote, I think, that I should probably read off here, and it's pretty cool. So I don't know where it's at. Where is this thing at? I wrote it down. I don't remember. Adam, sorry about that. It was a really neat quote, but I forgot what it was.
That's all right.
So, and now we're moving on here to this is where we actually play the challenge, right? The LifeX.
Yep, that's what the game's about.
So right now, what we want to do is extend the life of these things. So we're going to go through this whole thing, and I want to show you how to play and how to maximize the life of each one of these turbines and give it the highest LifeX, which is the life extension, basically how many months we can extend the life of each one of these assets. I want to show you the opportunity here. You can see the asset names. There's over, how many pages are on here?
It's probably about 2, maybe 3 or 4 pages, but you can also at the top, you can actually show them all on one page by just clicking on 100 rows. See right at the top right?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, here
right
we
there.
go. Top right.
Yeah.
We got so we got 100 of them in here, and
Yeah.
right now they're all just in order. So you can see, just like I had said before, we have what is it? We have 20 GEs. These are like a GE 15 or no GE 23 model, and we've
Yep.
got 20 of these Siemens towers,
Yep.
and I think this is the. Oh wait, no, it's actually 10 of these Siemens 23s. And then we go down here, and these are actually 10 more of the G87, so the Gamesas. And then you go down here, there's 10 of the Vestas V80s. And then I think there's about 10 there. And then there's 10 of the Vestas V90s. So you can see here in the column, you can sort it out based on technology. You can bring the top to the bottom, however you want to do it. And this is the asset name, basically the location on the wind farm. Tell us a little bit about what this opportunity is here, Adam.
Yeah, so the opportunity is it's kind of the same number that you saw before on the previous dashboard. The dashboard was rolling up the total opportunity across this digital wind farm. But now if you want to know, hey, which asset should I play first? Which turbine should I play? It's probably the one with the highest opportunity. That's the one that it's probably potentially going to give you the biggest bang for the buck.
Okay, so when I hit this button right here, an opportunity, and um, when I sort it out, you can sort it out and you can see the highest number comes to the top. So this current Siemens 23 has the highest opportunity, right? Of $33,587. So that means like the opportunity for me to save money. Is that the amount of money that I could possibly save? Is that what that is?
Yes, it's how much you could possibly save, and then how much you'd possibly earn just overall from a net present value perspective.
Cool, and that brings us over here to these other things here. You can see, obviously, our name of our wind farm is just wind farm demo site, and then here's the technology, and then that's where it came into net present repair cost. Now, that repair cost is simply what it's going to cost us over the life of this turbine. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's the cost of maintaining this turbine over its life.
Okay.
So if you pick any actions, those would be included. But if you do no actions, there's still a cost of just replacing components when they flat out break, and that's why there's a repair cost even though you haven't picked any actions. Just assumes you got to fix what breaks.
Right. And then this net present savings, we currently have zero, but we are going to increase that by taking some actions, and then hopefully we're going to increase the life X in the number of months, the how long we can actually prolong the life of this turbine. So should we worry anything about these last two columns here, action type and last update?
The only thing maybe is if you look at the action type, you can see that right now they all say run to failure. What that
Uh-huh.
really means is you haven't picked any actions, so it's just kind of doing the default baseline action, which is just let the thing break and then you'll fix it, when it breaks. Not a great strategy, but that's why you have zero savings and zero life extension. But that's your baseline from which you're going to be measured.
Got it. All right, so let's get into one of these, and why not start with this 2-3? So we just click on it, and then it's actually going to bring us in. And this is the screen where you're actually going to make some adjustments. Once you're in here, you can see here, this is the current life of the gearbox. So this particular gearbox is only going to run for another little over 3 years, right?
Yep.
So it's going to bring us into 2021 November. And then the main shaft, that thing's rocking. It's going to go for another 6 years, a little plus, right? So what we want to do is figure out, out of these two things, which one do we want to extend the life of? In my opinion, I think we're going to go for the gearbox, right? So
That's probably, I'd probably start with that since that's going to break first, right?
yeah. So here we are with the gearbox. And now what I want to do is I like going here and just selecting all of the, you can see that you can sort out and filter which action types you want to make on what components. So I just sorted out to the gearbox. I think you can also go over here, right, and
Yeah.
select the gearbox. This is where it's going to pull up all the action items for that gearbox. And to go through this, we're going to talk about what components and positions. So a lot of you guys will know what this stuff is. Um, this is some common stuff that you'll see that you can repair. And even if you don't know what this component position is, you can figure it out over here, how much it's going to cost and what the best choice is to extend the life, right? And you can even sort out what is the best choice right here. So it looks like this high-speed pinion here, an up tower replacement for this high-speed pinion. This is my current cost to do the repair, and then this life X is going to be how long it's going to extend the life. So I think that's a good one to start with. So I select it, and it says define the date you plan to take this life extension. And in this digital world, I can just say now, right? Or
Yeah, dude. Yeah, sure.
yeah, I can just say that set this date or what the soonest date possible. Set that date, and then you can immediately see that I have a result here of a life extension. So I've extended the life for a couple more years at least. Still not to the point where we've extended it past the life of the main shaft, but I'd say that for $5,000 and estimated here, that's a pretty good deal, right? But maybe there's something else that I can do that could help me out. You guys, you have all kinds of a list of stuff here. All these different up tower replacements. Where do is this all of the choices I have for this particular model?
Yeah, for now that's all the choices we provide right now.
Okay.
But can I give you a tip, Neil?
Yeah, give me a tip, man.
Sure. So if you look at the top right where it says high risk components.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if you think about it, right, when a gearbox is going to fail, like how do you know what's going to break? And what that provides is based on the math and the predictions we've done, it's telling you these are the most likely components that are likely to cause the failure of the gearbox.
Okay.
It's kind of a statistical probability thing, but that's probably the ones you want to fix.
Yeah, I didn't realize that, and I went and picked something that was second on the list actually. So if you guys remember, I picked this high-speed pinion where I'm really bad at these acronyms, but I probably should have picked this one, which was I'm guessing the intermediate speed pinion.
Yep.
And this guy, it costs quite a bit here. It's 13,000. Maybe I'll try to do that and see. Oh wow, way outside. Maybe I deselect the one I did before. See what happens. Oh no, not quite. Huh. So if I deselect it again, it's gonna say, well, this one. Maybe if I do both, but maybe I'm spending too much money already. That's the game, right? How do I do this for the least amount of money? Well, maybe if I do a bearing on this thing as well. Which one was suggested? The low speed bearing.
Mm-hmm.
If I skip that one. Okay, let's try that one. That's quite a bit of money. And it didn't do so good. So you play with this. And that's the deal. So we'll just keep it here for now. And when you're done, you can hit confirm. Now, if you see something in here that, or you don't see something in here, and you want to submit a call to action, you can actually win a prize for submitting the best action idea right here. You fill out all of the information, and then you simply hit confirm. And that'll all go into their system and allow you to make suggestions. So I think that's pretty cool. I ended up backing out of the one that I did. Let's try Let's try another one of these. Adam, is there anything else you think we should walk through with this?
Well, yeah, probably one of the most important steps you forgot there, Neil, was to actually confirm your selection. So what happened is you made your strategy,
Yeah.
but you didn't actually end up saving it. So you have to now go back and redo your work. So you probably want to hit, before you leave this page, you want to hit the blue button there after you make your strategy.
Right. Okay. So let's try to find this guy. Gearbox, LSPS bearing. Wow, man, some of those are pretty expensive there. These wind farms are pretty expensive to keep going, right? So
Well, it's in Greenland, so it's kind of hard out there.
so anyway, I'll just make an action item there, and then I'll hit confirm.
Yeah, there you go.
And then it says down here, confirm successful. So now if I go back to my asset life home, I can still see all this here. I can go back to the leaderboard and see, hey man, I'm not doing all that great. I've got upcoming life X actions here that I just selected. That's the one I saved. But I get back into this game, or into this challenge, and then I get after it again. And so again, I suggest that you sort out based on opportunity. Like this one, we had the opportunity to do, but I didn't save. So it's telling you to replace this guy here, and we have to select this. This one's offering up a pretty good return. I confirm that, and then it's saved. So where do I go to look at like an overview of what I've done so far? What's the best place to do that, Adam?
Yeah, go back to the LifeX main page. So the heart symbol, yeah, and you'll see on the so collapse the panel. There you go. On the top left, you see all those. Those are summaries of all the actions and the impact of all the actions you've taken across all the turbines. So you can see you're not doing so great. Sorry, man. You've lost $7,000. So good job, Neil. It is in Greenland, so I know it's kind of hard. But you did extend the life. That's good, right? You got almost a little bit more than 2.5 years of life extension. That's pretty good,
right?
So I think you got to play a little bit more.
Yeah, I got to definitely play a little bit more. So a lot of these guys are probably going to ask, do you run out of money, or is it just going to keep going negative for you?
No, you can keep going negative. This is a digital wind farm, so you got digital money. You're good to go. You could take that down to minus, $1 billion if it's possible.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Cool. Maybe I'll play one more here, and sure. then we'll kind of wrap this up here. But again, if I followed everything correctly here, I could shift over here to the gearbox, and not seeing, just looking at life, but not cost alone. If I just fall for that one again, hit it and then confirm it, I'm spending all kinds of money here. and then I'm going back, and again, you can see how that positively reflects. I'm doing a little bit better now.
Hey, at least you're in the positive, man. That's good.
I'm in the positive now. I'm not negative. So, let's take this back down. Is there anything else that we should show these guys? Anything in here?
Yeah, I think so. There's a couple of things. So one thing is there's really cool prizes, and there's prizes for sort of doing the best across the entire wind farm, so all 60. But there's also prizes for just the best ones that are related to the GE assets or the Siemens Gamesa assets, or the Vestas ones. So you can see a filter down on the left, on the bottom left. So if you just want to do the GE ones, just pick the top two. You see the technology filter on the left,
right?
Just play those. Yeah, there you go. And then if you just play these 20, that kind of puts you into a sort of a subcategory.
Nice. Okay, so you're not excluding anybody just based on their knowledge. You can actually play the ones that you really know, play them really well, and you can still win. So all that's outlined in the rules, and those can be found right on the homepage. And you can see the the terms and conditions and stuff in there. So This is a legitimate challenge, and it's a lot of fun. I think you guys are gonna have a lot of fun with this, man. I know I'm gonna play with it. I doubt I'll win.
You never. Well, I don't know. With your minus 7,000, no, you're not going to win.
Yeah,
Actually,
minus 7,000. I don't think I'm gonna win.
I'm really curious. Where are you on the leaderboard? How you making out now?
Oh yeah, let's go back here to the leaderboard. My ranking is currently last place. So,
excellent. Very nice. But so you can see, so right at the top of the screen, you can see how well, even though you're in last place, you still managed to do okay. You got $22,000 worth of savings, and you did manage to extend, your wind farm total extension. There's like almost 49 months.
Right.
Yeah. If you took that to your boss, I don't think they'd be too unhappy.
No, let's click on one of these here, like find more savings, and it just takes you right here to back to playing again. And any other tips or tricks, like is sorting out by opportunity is still, you think, a good strategy?
Oh, I can't give you tips and tips and tricks here, man.
I'll try to get it to give you guys the key to the city here. So
yeah, that's a good. I'll say that's one strategy, and there's lots of other strategies. I'll tell you the competition is pretty fierce so far. You could see the leaderboard. You could see the guys at the top. I thought that a couple of days or after the first day, I thought that there's a person who had done really, really well. And I thought there's no way that guy's going to get beat. And then sure enough, the second day, someone beat him. I don't know how. I think this is great.
And notice that, again, these guys that have played more assets, played all that made an action on each one of these, they're at the top. So they played all 60, whereas me, playing 3, I'm at the bottom. Right. And so, again, we just want to get the improved outcome, the highest amount here. Okay. And then also, we want to increase this wind farm life extension in years. So it's this combination, and those go hand in hand. And you can see that his investment is quite low, but yet his life extension is quite high, as well as the improved outcome. So that's why this guy Tabor, I don't know if that's how you say his name. That's how he is currently, in the place that he is in. So.
And the only other thing to remember is don't forget to submit some asset actions, some LifeX actions, and that's another way to play the game.
Absolutely, man. I think that's one of the coolest things. Everything from like flushing it, or stuff that you actually do on the site that you, as a technician, know what to do. You've actually done this stuff before. Get in there and play with it and have a good time with it. I think this is a really neat deal. We're going to be announcing the winners. I believe it's on September 26th in Hamburg. So we're gonna have a leaderboard there. We're gonna be playing. Obviously, we got some cool prizes. I think you guys will be really into this. Adam, thanks for showing us how to play this. If you guys have any questions or anything, just post them up on this video. Ask your questions, and we'll help guide you through this whole thing. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and until next time, we'll see who wins and keep playing. All right, guys, see ya.